count?
You're gonna give me what? Counts.
Yeah. All right. I'm here with the owner of Gamers Guild here in Boulder, Colorado. You want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Sure. My name is Budge. I am the owner of Gamers Guild, as stated, and we've been here for 10 years.
Wow.
Yep. And we're here on pre-release, the first weekend event of the next Ravnica set here on January 19th. We got a decent number, and we got a two-headed giant later. And I understand you're going to ask me a lot of questions.
Absolutely. So the first thing I want to say is, like, I'm really amazed at the player base that you guys have here. Is this a typical turnout for an event that you
Yeah, and actually we've scaled down our numbers because we felt like we wanted to kind of make our work day shorter. So we're actually having two events overlapping. So I had to allow for space for our two-headed giant at 2 p.m. So this is actually a lower number by me capping it. So we've had events where we have over 50 people in our shop, and we will have 50 people plus at 2 o'clock, but that's because we're going to have two events overlapping.
That's
so
awesome.
This is typical, yes.
Wow. So you play Magic yourself?
I do.
My favorite kind of Magic is EDH. How do you feel about?
EDH is great. We support a lot of EDH players. We have cabinets full of cards for people to choose from, many of which are, so this is all filled with Magic. We have binders there. We have a case here of our higher end stuff.
That's awesome.
So we love EDH players. I play EDH, great format. It's really just so casual, and it's very accepting, and it's harder to make things just go off and just kind of make the game limited. We do have a legacy, so if you're the type of player that wants to end a game in 2 or 3 rounds, then that's great. That's not for me.
How do you feel about the state of Magic the Gathering in 2019 as far as the price increase, the amount of sets that are coming out all the time?
So I think Wizards of the Coast have been doing a great job. I'm going to give them their props regarding Dungeons & Dragons. They freaking are kicking butt. My sales are super great in Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. And then shifting over to the Magic side, there's a lot of creativity, a lot of great things. The unsets are fun, great work there, and the sets are well received. I feel that they are producing too much, which is causing people to make choices about how they spend their money, and they can't afford everything. So I would like to see more quality, less quantity. Also, I would say that in regards to Magic, you would ask me about the price being a little higher for booster boxes. You know, time ebbs on, costs go up, creativity costs money. I understand that. I'm fine with the price of the booster boxes going up. However, I have an issue which I've shared with Wizards, and I hope that many other shops do the same, is that I feel that Wizards is not completely protecting the shops. We're the ground troops. We're the front line. We are the ones that inspire, get people interested in the game, the physical aspect of the game, not online, and some online too, indirectly. Wizards has a great program where they send us free packs, welcome packs to give out. I give those out, and we go fishing and we get new players, which is great. So that's awesome. So they're spending money for that, and that's a free thing that I give out. However, when I say that I don't think they're protecting us and that we're the front line, I think that there needs to be what's called MAP, which is where you do a minimum price for booster boxes. And I understand that that's maybe a section that they don't want to deal with it because they have to police. However, I think for online sales, it's just, we get crushed. People are just constantly saying, oh, I can buy that online for $90. My cost is, if I'm lucky, is in the 70s for a booster box. If I'm lucky. Now with the price raise, most of my distributors are charging in the 80s. How can I compete against someone online who's sitting in a warehouse in the middle of nowhere with very low rent? I'm in Boulder. I have high rent.
Right.
And I'm here for you guys. I'm here for fun. I'm here to be excited about the game. And if my booster box sales are low because people are buying them online, that hurts me. So I think Wizards should make a minimum price for online distributors or online sellers. If someone is a shop and they're selling something online and it's a new product, I think there should be a minimum of maybe whatever the number is, 120. I mean, the MSRP is 144. But I'm forced to sell it way below MSRP, and then on top of that, Wizards has to raise the price because the cost of making cards costs money. I get it. But protect us, because when we go, when the shops are done, Magic is going to be kind of like harder to play.
Right?
Maybe that's their goal. Maybe they're pushing us out and they're going to ride the wave of physical property for a while and then slide into the online world and let everybody sit at home and eat vegetables at home. But that would be sad, because this is an environment.
And look at this environment that you're providing here for these people to come and play Magic. And it's safe, everybody's positive. Like, why would they want to give up on that?
And I'm not saying they are. I'm just trying to figure out why.
Right.
And or another theory is that I'm just a shell of a shop, and that I'm going to burn out, and then there's going to be a new replacement, and then there's going to be this ongoing cycle of shops accepting that the cost is not beneficial for the booster boxes, and then they're going to have to go out of business. So maybe they're just, I don't know. I don't want to think that way.
Right.
But I'm saying I have to think, why or how is this going to be sustainable? And Magic is a great item. Magic is a wonderful aspect to my shop, and we need it, and we love it, and we embrace it. So I just find that I just wish that they would produce less, so that the value of cards in collections, people's collections, they like the Magic game because 1, they can play, 2, they can be creative with their decks, and 3, because they have this feeling that the cards are going to have value as time ebbs on. If they keep reprinting large quantities of awesome cards, I understand that they have to help out the new players. That also brings down the value. So, and yeah, I mean, it's probably hard to come up with new cards that are unique, so they sometimes have to go back to these. But I think the creative team there is awesome. They have to think 2 or 3 years out ahead of time. I mean, they already know what's going on 2 or 3 years before we do, which is totally cool. I think that's great. They have a plan. I just wish, like I said, that they come down and crack down on shops who sell booster boxes below X, and then that way, if they find a shop online doing that, then they just say, hey, you got a warning, and if this continues, we will no longer allow you. We'll get blacklisted, basically. I mean, obviously, if a person buys a booster box and then they decide they don't want to be in Magic and they want to sell it, that's up to them.
Yeah.
But if it's a shop, that's different.
And that totally makes sense.
Yeah. So that would protect the shops. It would also protect the game, because, I mean, I can't sell booster boxes for $90. That's impossible.
It's insane.
Yeah, and the MSRP is $144, so that's not sustainable. So
okay, 2 more questions for you. One, how do you feel about the final release of the Master sets for now, the Ultimate Masters? Was it a success for you?
So yeah, I mean, it was cool. I liked it. I kind of think of it like when I first heard it's their final one, I was like, okay, it's their final one. But then I heard 4 now, so then I was like, well, all right. So I don't know how long that period of time is going to be. So it's kind of like Aerosmith saying it's their final tour, and then 5 years later, like, we're going back on tour again. So it's kind of funny like that. I know Wizards has had to backtrack on a few of their announcements, which is fine. I'm not too distraught about that. I think that the overall quality of the set was good. It was really high cost, so it really made it difficult for us to do drafts events without people, having to take out a loan to play that day. Also, the cost for us, being so high, I mean, it was interesting. It was a interesting timing. The choices of timing was interesting. You know, it was cool. I didn't. What I have to do now, Wizards, talking to you guys, is that I have to analyze every product. There's so much product that's coming out. I have to analyze. Am I going to buy X number of this, or am I going to? I have to guess. Is this going to be quality, or is this going to be just so much extra garbage that people don't want? You're going to talk to him. So when I'm looking at this item, like the Ultimate Masters, which you asked me about, I was like, how many should I buy? Oh my gosh, they're going to cost me this much money per booster box, my cost, and then the MSRP was not even close to the mark. Like, my cost was close to around 200-ish. You know, I don't mean to be giving away trade secrets. Hopefully, this is common knowledge.
Right.
But my cost was roughly in the neighborhood of 200, depending on the distributor. And then the MSRP is going to be I think it was 130 something, 135. So that's not even a logical markup. That's I'm paying out 2/3 of the cost for a 1/3. You know, making money. And you know, that's kind of painful. And then the same thing occurs with the regular booster boxes. And then on top of that, then you had people who were selling it for $300 online. So they're making $100, but again, they're in a warehouse in Illinois. So it's just, I heard of a guy buying, I think he bought $30,000 worth of these booster boxes to sell. That's just really great for him. So he might make that money back, but it might take him time. So, anyways, I don't know. Did I answer the question?
Yeah, absolutely. Final question. Commander 2018 was kind of lackluster. Speak on your quality point compared to like previous years, I felt. Now that the Ultimate Masters is supposedly the last, do you feel like Wizards is going to kind of try to, like, when the new Commander for 2019 comes out, that they're going to kind of try and put in enough cards to make this look like, well, hey, if you want to get your Masters, this is how you're going to have to get it? Speaking about reprints and things of that nature.
Well, I mean, if that is the case, I appreciate the fact that they're printing less. Although I think there's going to be a different substitute for the Masters. You know, maybe like another conspiracy type thing. Or I heard that maybe Pauper is going to be a thing, so maybe they're going to do a Pauper set. I don't know. That'd be interesting. But I don't know if they're going to try to fix that by amping up the cards or not. I didn't really have any negative feelings about the Commander 2018. I think the Commanders once a year is healthy.
Oh yeah.
I think that's great. I'm glad that they are keeping that format alive. I guess I always have the question of why they named the Commander versus Elder Dragon Highlander.
Right.
Then I wondered, well, maybe the Elder Dragon Highlander was somehow protected under the people who created it, but the irony there was that they wouldn't have been able to do it without magic. So I don't know what their thoughts were. Maybe it was just a more sellable name. But I'd like to say EDH, but not everybody understands.
So what's the address here, and how's the best way to get in touch with you if you're not in the Colorado area?
So we do have a website, which is gamersguildboulder.com. Basically, we do not sell online.
Okay.
And the reason for that is because I am not a Star City, and I don't have that kind of levels of singles coming in. We do have singles, and we have a decent number of singles, and people come from large areas to find us and be here and get singles, which is great, and I love that. If I started selling online, I would then be selling to faceless people that I don't know. And so we here want to have a happy community. We want you to be able to find the stuff you want. And then also, if we sold stuff online, it would make inventory a nightmare. In the sense like, oh, did I already sell this online? I have to check. And it's just easier. So back to answering all the other questions. So the website I mentioned, contact can also be done through our phone number, which is 303-997-6196. And the website itself is not extremely strong. It's just basically a website that tells you when our events are, how to contact us, any information we want to add. I stopped using Facebook years ago, which is apparently a good thing now. And so it's there. So if you go to the website and you're like, oh, that's kind of weak. It is kind of weak. I know. So people are like, hey, can I help you with your website? I'm like, no, it's fine. It does what it needs to do, which is to have information about our events. If you need to report, you can go here. How's that? Is there any other?
No, that's fantastic. We just want to thank you here from Ride a Piece Productions for opening up your shop and giving me that interview. We're having a great time, and thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.